course, it goes to the judges to decide who really won that round. Maybe they're seeing it your way, maybe they're seeing it mine.
The only reason I tend to give it to Petkovic was the fact that I'm looking at Tim Hague and the aggression, like you say, while bull rushing. I mean, there was still that tight guillotine choke attempt. So it's almost the pride rules, the effort to finish the fight, which I know under unified rules is not mandatory, but it should be.
Yeah, it's definitely a gray area. And there we see Miodrag's bread and butter in this fight. He's just chopping away at that lead leg. Hague doing the right thing running in, but you're right, Mauro. Miodrag did come dangerously close to finishing this fight with that guillotine choke. That could be a crucial factor on the scorecard. Closer
round, though, I will give to you, my friend, because, and again, it's one of those rounds where, you know, you almost hate to be the judge, but let's hope that they can pick it up here in round 3. And again, we're talking about individuals. Petkovic, 6'2", 250 pounds. Tim Hague, 6'4", 263 pounds. You wonder if fatigue is going to begin to play a factor here heading into their final 5 minutes of the scheduled 3-round affair. And again, goes to work on that lead leg.
Yeah, Hague does a good job of taking center cage and pursuing, but then he eats that kick. Now finally timing off the kick and driving forward.
Wow, we've seen this movie before.
Yeah, I really wish Miodrag would work on circling off the takedown and counter-attacking as opposed to just hanging on for dear life while he's countering the takedown.
This reminds me a lot of the Brandon Vera, Tim Sylvia heavyweight contest recently in the UFC where, you know, Brandon Vera, the smaller man, when of course here the size is much closer, but the same thing, pinned along the fence, not much happening. And of course, you know, Tim Sylvia, not exactly the most exciting fighter to watch on the best of days, but it's interesting, finally Vern Gorman steps in, and that's not to take away from Tim Sylvia's skills. I know, you know, UFC heavyweight champion 2 times.
Very accomplished with a boring style is what I like to say about Sylvia, but that does not diminish his accomplishments as a fighter for sure.
Of course, when this finally airs, he may be a 3-time UFC heavyweight champion.
That's right.
Now Petkovic begins to get a little more aggressive, going to those kicks, and again Hague just barrels into him with the takedown attempt, and again, good defense by Petkovic so far. And that's the other thing. He's been able to stuff these takedowns repeatedly, which you don't want to, like, that's the whole thing when it comes to takedowns and takedown defense. What do you score when you're a judge? Do you score the attempt of the takedown? I mean, he stuffed it. So it should be a wash.
It's a tough thing to call. I mean, do you reward one guy for trying to be aggressive and get the takedown? Do you reward the other guy for being cagey enough not to get taken down? That's something that's up to the judges, and it's why no fighter ever wants the fight going to the judges' scorecards.
And now going to his back, trying to sink in the guillotine, but, well, from the half guard.
Yeah, Hague got that takedown he's been trying for a long time, but it looks to be a Faustian bargain because that grip looks super tight.
Touché. I'll look up Faustian bargain, don't worry. And yeah, but from this half guard position, it's going to be very difficult. And now as he passes guard, it's almost impossible, I would say. Or as well, he's in the open half guard now, and Hague trying to smother Petkovic. We passed the midway point of the final round.
Hague in the best position he's been in this entire fight. Miodrag's head's up against the cage. Hague in a position to lay down some ground and pound. It just remains to be seen how much gas he's got left in the tank to do it.
And this is the opportunity for Tim Hague to really start earning the points with the judges, because you're right, this is the best position he's had so far in the fight. Swings with a right, which draws a reaction from a crowd who's just been waiting to cheer something in this affair.
Definitely, Hague had best get busy. I mean, Miodrag not being the most active fighter, it's very conceivable he could keep this position for the entire round, but he's got to do something with it. He's a heavyweight. Every solid punch is going to do some damage, make a difference, and obviously elicit a reaction from the crowd. So I'd like to see a busier Tim Hague, but of course, easier for me to say sitting here in my nice, comfortable seat by cage side.
Petkovic, the neutral zone trap of mixed martial artists. And Hague now begins to get a little busier.
Yeah, once again, this is Miodrag Petkovic looking like a submission grappler, not looking like a mixed martial artist. He looks like he's not conversant with how to fight with the cage in effect. Not really looking very effective with any strikes except his low kicks, which is more due to the fact that Tim Hague doesn't seem to know how to defend him than anything else. And when the ground and pound game is involved, when he's got to get worried about being punched in the face while he's off his back, it seems that his guard game falls apart too.
Final minute. Will Tim Hague be able to pull this one out, or is Miodrag Petkovic going to crawl his way to the finish line and earn a dubious win here from his back, trying to stave off the attack of Tim Hague? Half a minute now left in the fight.
And from the look of these guys, it's going to be the longest 30 seconds of their life. These guys look exhausted.
Even a glancing blow draws some reaction from the crowd. And again, you have to respect any individual who gets inside the cage. But tonight there's an up kick from Petkovic. And I'm just wondering, as we head into the final few seconds, it seems to me that Miodrag Petkovic may have pulled this one out. Thank goodness I'm not a judge, as they say, because I wouldn't want to judge this one. I think it was Jim Ross that came up with the term bowling shoe ugly. Well, this affair made bowling shoes look like Cinderella's glass slipper.
I have to agree, and that's why I was saying at the beginning of this fight, I'm nothing away from Miodrag. I mean, he gets in there, he fights. That puts him above 99% of the population right there. That guy's got guts, but just not an exciting fighter at all. Not an aggressive fighter at all.
Well, and they say the best offense is a good defense, but in this fight, again, whether or not Petkovic's leg kicks are going to be the deciding factor. We saw Tim Hague try over and over again repeatedly for the takedown attempts, was almost caught in the guillotine. I tend to give it to Petkovic by a whisker or two.
And especially with that takedown that Petkovic got at the very end of the fight, I think that might turn the tide, give him round 3, give him the fight.
All right, let's make it official now with the chairman of the cage, Keith Crawford.
We have a winner by split decision in the blue corner.